nothing at last is sacred. Oh, all the great have fallen. What have I done to myself? It's been way too long.
We need to reacquaint, things are different now. I ain't the same man I was. Hi, how you doing? I'm new and improved with even less to lose. A collector's edition version of a virgin drink. Ordering cocktail teller gone way wrong. To the point of no return. Over the edge and burned out before I even got my shine. Holding my head and pure doubt. Out of insight, out of mindful things to shout or rhyme about. I know I was supposed to change the world and all. Looks like the world got to me first. If you can't beat them, join them. Then hurt the team by beating yourself. I'm different, in a different way. The only thing that stays the same is change. While people claim their states, I state my claim. Sage Francis made a name for himself. For the record, my mother calls me Paul, which was my father's middle name, but Ray stepped in and raised me. It's crazy, but this is a game I play called Shut the Fuck Up. Don't bother calling me at all, cause I'm not answering. Is that a voicemail bomb threat or her broken promise I'm mishandling? Gambling away my money issues. Somebody owes me big bucks. My career depends on explosive vacuum sucking me in and poetry struck a nerve in the listenership. Spoken word then got them all interested. No, I don't have to serve ice cream to little kids. I get to serve MCs who think they ripping it, and poets who think they're somehow significant. Meanwhile, both are loud and ignorant and don't know how to speak to a crowd in an intimate environment. I am different, in a different way. The only thing that stays the same is change. And while people claim their states, I state my claims. I'm a quiet-natured player who outwardly hates the game. I shake what I got, which is a jingly pocket. Do my mini-market research and make noise for myself when I walk quick. I talk with authority while I question it. When I ask who am I, I'm left guessing. But if you're a poor man's version of anything, it's your self-perception. I am different. How different? So different. How so? So different. In a different way. Wow, no shit. Growing up in a microscopic town prepared me well for this petri dish where talk is invisible to the naked eye and they hate the guy they're speaking with. I'm a real vegetarian, no chicken, not even fish. I'm a real underground rapper. My tape quality sucks, my records are warped and my CD skips. Lady Luck is a greedy bitch with itchy palms and a case of the gimmies. But I've got an Audi, if she's got an innie, I'll clean her pipes and then sweep her chimney. The beat that's in me is polyrhythmic. You're only 60 heartbeats per minute. A human second hand me down to earth guy who will thrift shoplift his hip hop. I may be getting too big for my britches, but I paid my dues while the cost was climbing. And if I burn too many bridges, I'll never get off this awful island. As long as I've been rhyming, they only started listening. Cause for a while they didn't like how I wouldn't smoke the pot that I was pissing in. And I had no dead homies to honor while pouring out the liquor I don't drink. You can flash all your shiny objects in front of my eyes and I won't blink. Why? I am different. Ooh, so different. Ooh, I'm different. Ooh, so different. I am different. So different. I'm different. So different. I am different. So different. In a good way. I'm different. Worth considering. So different. Not experimental. I'm different. Interesting kind. So different. Like black hockey players. I'm different. Afro mullets. So different. So don't compare me. I am different. Like special people. So different. Not retarded. I am different. Idiot savants. So different. So they say different like a platypus. Analytical analyst. By the end of this record, I'll make sure all of y'all know who Sage Francis is. It was the that got me. It was the break. Deflate. Cause I was gassed. Head over heels in love with the electric drums and spoken vocals, which was the joke of locals and laughing stock of my rock and roll ass town. But the rhythmic acupuncture pierced my skin, pinning the butterflies to my stomach, which would flutter every time I heard the boom, more than the. I was no devil worshiper, higher level interpreter. I refuse to lose focus and recite satanic verses with many curses. Drug-induced worst was I knew they were saying kill your mother, cause it paid them well. Yet, in my flashback, I see the foreshadow, ironic twist. My first purchase was a hip-hop record called Raising Hell. I should have run when I had the chance, but DMCs made me want to break dance, made me want to spin vinyl, made me want to graph right, made me want to not act white. And not to perpetuate any stereotype, but I was not about the mullet ice hockey haircut. You know the mullet. Short on top for the fellas, long in back for the ladies, yeah. I was not about the stonewashed nut huggers with the French rolls on the bottom so tight it turned my toes purple. No, it was about the ripped jean jacket with the Megadeth, Metallica, and Slayer patch. I had an internal itch for the
And never could I get with the guitar riff, the guitar riff, the I had wild style wars. I rented Beat Street every week as I rocked steady, wearing out the play rewinded slow-mo buttons on my VCR. I did the pause play, pause play. Pause play all day, force my way into comprehension of inner city invention. For me was in the expression which would eventually win me exception. One exception, those around me couldn't give me affection, but I played and paid that video attention until eventually I completely bit the and found my new religion. Born again B-boy. Born to destroy decoys and be the real McCoy. Yeah, boy! I wore the clock so you could know the time! Chuck D told me to keep a sober mind. And even though his sidekick liked the flavor of bass, I swore to God hip-hop was about being drug-free. I swore to God hip-hop was about the upliftment of humanity. And I swore to God hip-hop was what rock was not, was not pop. Guess I was gassed. See, I remember when Dr. Dre used to express himself about hitting the chronic. A few years later, he's endorsing it while drinking gin and tonic. Suburbanites that blast mace learn their mad face from Onyx. It was a rat race, the first to properly use ebonics. Dynamite like JJ, but it was a fad like supersonic. Hip-hop flipped from being artistic to a pop hit. Mainstream took control and we cannot stop it. It's a black art. Being manipulated by white control is just like rock and roll is. We took the
This is to the intertwined souls, the hands I've been trying to hold. And this is to the love that I lost, and all the troubling thoughts of how I got double-crossed. And this is to the divorce I was forced to settle with, and the remorse I fought off with metal fists. And this is to the wet, watery kiss I left you with on your porch while I watch your trembling lips. This is to the memory of our early years, the first girl I shared feelings with. And it's the realest thing I'd experienced since my short existence. I ain't afraid to admit it, cause love is one of the things that doesn't come with an age limit. Now does it? In fact, I'm apt to say we're more keen to feel such things. Hopeful dreams I've lost in a smokescreen of meaningless fucking. Touching without touching. Candles in the dark, casting shadows on our parents' battles. This is for the romantics at heart. It wasn't too long before I held you more than my pen when I wasn't writing songs that went something like forever and always. Whenever those songs play, I remember empty hallways where your image that descended from the top floor became an echo. I paid the price for those hauntings and couldn't afford to let go. From a past of debt, I'm past regret. Did you know I dreamt about you before we met? Remembering our first kiss, it hadn't even happened yet. Recollecting your set, and I wasn't never given the chance to forget. I guess that's the magic of it. Now I rehash subjects, displaying what I wrote on capping napkins to the public. To get it over and done with, closure hath cometh. My shoulders have plummeted from holding these buckets. Hold your laughs till I go back to the tunnels of Paris, where I wrote half of these paragraphs, but fuck it. This is to my 10-year story. In another decade, you better be better prepared for me. In the first 4 years, you were all ears. Then the next 6, you left me for the next X and went deaf to my message. So that began my affair with the world abroad. Behind the curtain with the other hurtful girls I explored. Till I became the monster, turned into the words that I record. Pardon me if you heard it all before. I didn't shake you to hurt you when you landed on the floor. In a room of naked virtue, I closed my eyes to cancel what I saw. Your hand made the first move to the handle of the drawer where the frail girl couldn't think to live. I didn't shake you to hurt you, I never planned it before. Can't shake off your perfume, can't wash my hands no more. And I'm breaking my curfew, but I can't walk, I'm standing at the door. I hear the wailing of a little kid, and a failure of innocence is compromised, eyeing the side of the kitchen sink. What you think, I just let you, cut me, cut the bullshit. Damn, I love the hugs enough to tolerate the way we made each other crazy, making it so tough to operate productively. My self-esteem didn't help when I felt ugly, and I figured that's the reason why you wouldn't touch me. My ego does bleed, I should've let you test it and let your arms free to follow through with your domestic slip-up. Love is a battlefield, so lick your shots quick while I lick my wounds and then resume as an obvious target. Infatuations with the past protect my purple heart with a faded picture I had in my shirt pocket. I'm going out with a bang and a blaze of glory holes. The anti-hero, I don't care how many ways the story's told. Be careful when these toolies play like drums, and watch what you foolishly say, because my Uzi weighs laser tongue. It's to the sleepless evenings that I spent next to gravestones, hoping someone from beyond would grab my arm and take me home. I have accepted I'd have to make it alone, after feeding everything I had into a payphone. And this is to the rain. It felt like it was made of spit. My parade was an unbreakable chain of Gabe's trumpets. Save the buckets even though they weigh down my walking. You don't know the height of the steak you placed your fork in. You look old.
That's what you said.
I feel old.
That's what I said.
Been through a lot since you've been gone, dead, born again, torn to shreds over girls who were porcelain, cry baby dolls. When we were allowed to talk again, I stopped accepting wake-up calls
That ring true.
I hate the way I fall for everything you do. Our fate is flaws, that's why I make these breakup songs to sing to you. Music's my only psychiatric drug, and you're a pill in human form I'd like to hide under my tongue. Kiss the foot that couldn't fit into the slipper of my mouth, the denizen in your house begging for the benefit of your doubts. When I got kicked out, I played the faithful puppy dog, loyal to the lover lost, or sitting by your fucking door in utter disbelief. I sucked all of the skin off of my teeth, you pulled away. You let me choke on your invisible leash. You could find me hiding these screams behind my eyelids. She blinded me with silence, so my airmail lips blew her a farewell kiss, slinking over the sink where all the hair gel drips. Stairwells dip deep into her mouth where I found a cycle, and ever since then I've been on a downward spiral. This round is final, it's time to recover, cause it's a porch that some dogs choose to die under. The first song was a breakdown, I apologize in round two. This version I'm certain the shit ain't even about you, it's the three right.
I'm not just talking about one person, I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about form, I'm talking about content, I'm talking about interrelationships, I'm talking about God, the devil, hell, heaven. Do you understand? Finally!
Hey yo, cavemen used to drag their women by their hair because if they dragged them by their ankles, their cracks would fill with sand. That ain't right. I go to the water park to show off my altered cock to any whore in a halter top who likes to talk a lot. I force a sock into her mouth hole, keep her gums from flapping, strip her of her south pole, and bust a fucking backspin on her north face. Turn this court case into a dragged out lawsuit. I'm attracted to her dad now, he's more cute. Hey yo! I heard the guy comes quick from man speed. I'ma have to fertilize his stomach with my man seed. Then plant trees. My broccoli crop needs watering. Cry your eyes out above my rotting crotch and feed it awful things. Right. Love and affection. Right. Hug the erection. Tight. She went down under a feathered Aussie slut some Vegemite. Get in fights every night because of my heavy metal persona. With rapper stars but battle scars of my medals of honor. With rappers without a consciousness, I've had it with all this pompous ish. I'm just gonna get obnoxious with repeatedly calling your moms a bitch.
Right. I got two left hooves. Who on test? Well, since nobody's stepping to me, take me to your cult leader. Take me to your local drug dealer. Take me to the man in the mirror when you stand and deliver with your hand on the trigger. An emotional terrorist. IMMUNE. Never make my enemy public. I'm a private dancer, dancing for money. Do that thing that's funny.
I'll make you wanna laugh, I'll make you wanna move, I'll make you wanna do. Dance, you goddamn monkey.
Do that thing that's funny.
I'll make you wanna laugh, I'll make you wanna move, I'll make you wanna.
Case 1 carries a paint gun. She's unafraid of waving when she's getting her face done. Her favorite radio station's a permanent paid vacation, burning her face in the sun. She loves repetitive songs that keep playing. You know, the repetitive songs that keep playing. She learned all the words and she works it, baby. Dangerously catchy and she feels it in her cervix lately, cause the rhythm is a cancer. She's on a secret diet, a private viewing, disease-free TV pilot. She saw the future in a group study. They threw money in her pants.
Dance, you goddamn monkey.
Do that thing that's funny.
I'll make you wanna laugh, I'll make you wanna move, I'll make you wanna do. Dance, you goddamn monkey.
Do that thing that's funny.
I'll make you wanna laugh, I'll make you wanna move, I'll make you wanna.
Don't live for the moment, live for the constant. Die for what's right or get killed by your conscience. There's a difference between conscience, conscious, and conscientious, contrary to popular belief. You're none of these. There's plenty to feed, empty mouths of the nest bound. They're kept down, and apes won't be banging on the chest. Proud when pacemakers are fragile. They hate the taste of capsules. They feed their face with Paxil. Females hate their dads still. Holy sons got mommy issues on deck at the podium, holding tongues with the rituals more complex than Napoleon. I told him it isn't his job to live in a fog. I don't have a god complex, you got a simple god. Take me to your cult leader, come on. Take me to your local drug dealer, come on. Take me to the man in the mirror when you stand and deliver with your hand on the trigger in a can of Miller in the other. You can't kill me, motherfucker. I got your number, you best disconnect before I call it. The bumper sticker on your forehead, the wrong fit. When the bomb hits, musical, you look too for shelter. When the bomb hits, musical, you look too for shelter. When the bomb hits, musical, you look too for shelter. Not that mine'll help you. Fucking Francis!
Sometimes you're happy, and that's like really what it comes down to. As one of my good friends in this world, and I hope that whatever happens, that you will be like real happy, not sort of fake, suddenly good happy, you know.
Maze broken, she's running, feet swollen, he's coming, she's stolen, and before he even knows it, she's gone. Teacups sitting on the hollow tree stumps, he's dumped and can't seem to swallow these lumps. The beat goes on. Same fire, new passion, old flame, traded in for a summer fling. It's nothing like that sweet old song. Tip over, root, the trees bend, the leaves blend in with the open moon. The freeze frames keep him warm. The day's frosted, scraped off the weight loss. The new sign that says keep off as he speeds off into the storm. Out of spite, the lightning strikes him twice. He's peeking out on the pike and cheating life, peeling out on the lawn. Now he's idling and time is dwindling in his mind. He's figuring out life's about the little things. In this labyrinth and all its magnificence can only keep the mice trapped. The princess is innocent, she doesn't belong.
I never thought I'd miss you.
They had a ceremony where he put her in a bridle, the headstall. She stopped to think for a minute and in a split second went AWOL.
I never thought I'd miss you.
He drawing the chin as an expression of resentment or scorn. He's pulling on the reins, the bridle, the shower, the storm, the maze, the high tower, clouds are at war. The reins, the bridle, the shower, the storm, the maze, the high tower, clouds are at war. The reins, the bridle, the shower, the storm, the maze, high tower, clouds are at war. Clouds are at war, the clouds are at war.
I never thought I'd miss you. I never thought I'd miss you. I never thought I'd miss you.
If it wasn't for the bass, I wouldn't need these hearing aids. If it wasn't for mistakes, I probably wouldn't be here today. 10 years ago I was 22. 20 years ago I was 12. 30 years ago I was 2. But when I came out my mama I was 0. When I came out my mama I was 0. When I came out my mama I was 0. I was 0 when I came out my mama, and now everybody knows. Everybody knows. In the before life, I was undead, I was homeschooled, there were no rules, but I gave it all up just for the chance to go public. A celestial scarecrow dancing with the puppets, a tug in my gut. I'm carrying the world in my stomach, I'm a surrogate motherfucker, the girls love it. Birth a suffix and cut the visible string, controls much more than a physical thing. I was born into it, and before I knew it, I saw the students of 4 getting hauled off to war. The law of Judas in the land of the king's tax, partake in the Eucharist and then demand your kickback. Spiritual wrist slap, please pass the sacrament. Ask if Big Bad Black Jesus was African. Selling a click track, call it a soul clap. It's all in how you package it. The power of a magic trick, immaculate concepts. Lost in the land of the cross, I'm standing off with the man of the cloth. He knows the ins and outs, all I want is the outs. He's selling real estate for some place in the clouds, but I'm not investing in intellectual property, inventing gender-bending technology, cause maybe everybody needs to just become a sexual oddity, leaving birth at the test tubes and death at the lottery. There's no one stopping me, I gotta be self-regulating. Wealth is escalating, but my poverty was entertaining. I'm debating the value of a caste system, cashback rewards and wars funded by my tax income. If I'm a part of the problem, then part of me. There's always been a difference between what I am and what I wanna be. It's either a jihadist freak or Jesus seamster. I heard God is coming and she's a screamer. I couldn't understand what she was telling me, why everybody thinks that they're their own worst enemy. I followed the manual and I swallowed the skeleton key, and it unlocked the hell in me. So this is my gift to God, ribbon on my dick like a tourniquet. Syphilis, this is my gift to God. I'm jumping out the cake, naked with a shake. This is my gift to God. Unwrap the package, confetti made of maggots. This is my gift. You call that talent? Here's your image back. You can have it. Congratulations. This is very beautiful. 10 years ago, I was 22. 20 years ago, I was 12. 30 years ago, I was 2. But when I came out my mama, I was 0. When I came out my mama, I was 0. When I came out my mama, I was 0. When I came out my mama, I was 0. When I came out my mama, I was 0. I was 0 when I came out my mama. Now everybody knows. I was 0 when I came out my mama. Now everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Under enough of you young fellows who think you know it all, you know nothing, you have not seen a shot fired, and you're waving the damn flag.
Frank, what's up, man? Watching some bullshit on the news. Fucking bullshit. Reporters trying to win the fucking Emmy.
Makeshift patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself at half-mast. Makeshift patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself at half-mast. Makeshift patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself at half-mast. It's the makeshift, the patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself via live telecast. Coming live from my own funeral. Beautiful weather offered a nice shine, which is suitable for a full view of a forever altered skyline. It's times like these I freestyle biased opinions. Every other sentence, my journalist ethics slip when I pass them off as objective. Don't give me that ethical shit. I've got exclusive explicit images to present to impressionable American kids, and it's time to show this world how big our edifice is. That's exactly what they attacked when a typically dark-skinned Disney villain used civilians against civilians and charged the Trojan horses into our building, using commercial aviation as instruments of destruction. Pregnant women couldn't protect their children. Wheelchairs were stairway obstructions. I have to backpedal from the shower of glass and metal, wondering how after it settles we'll find who provided power to radical rebels. The melting pot seems to be calling the kettle black when it boils over, but only on our own soil. So the little boy holds a toy soldier and waits for the suit and tie to come home. We won't wait till he's older before we destroy hopes for a colder war to end. I get a close-up of his head. Makeshift patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself at half-mast. How does my hair look? Makeshift patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself at half-mast. Run that tape back. Makeshift patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself at half-mast. It looks just like a movie. It's the makeshift, the patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself while the stock markets crash. The city is covered in inches of muck. I see some other pictures of victims are up. Grieving mothers are thinking their children are stuck. Leaping lovers are making decisions to jump while holding hands to escape the brutal heat, sometimes in groups of 3. The fallout goes far beyond the toxic clouds where people look like debris. But all they saw after all was said, beyond the talking heads, was the bloody dust with legs looking like the Walking Dead calling for meds. But all the hospitals are overwhelmed. Volunteers need to go the hell home. Moments of silence for firefighters were interrupted by cell phones. Who's gonna make that call to increase an unknown death toll? It's the one we rally behind. He's got a megaphone promising to make heads roll. We cheer him on, but asbestos is affecting our breath control. The less we know, the more they fabricate, the easier it is to sell souls. There is a new price on freedom, so buy into it while supplies last. Changes need to be made. No more curbside baggage. 7 p.m. curfew. Racial profiling will continue with less bitching. We've unified over who to kill, so until I find more relevant scripture to quote, remember, our God is bigger, stronger, smarter, and much wealthier. So wave those flags with pride, especially the white part. We're selling addictive 24-hour candlelight vigils in TVs. Freedom will be defended at the cost of civil liberties. The viewers are glued to television screens, stuck, cause lots of things seem too sick. I use opportunities to pluck heartstrings for theme music. I show you which culture to pump your fist at, which foot is right to kiss. We don't really know who the culprit is yet, but he looks like this. We know who the heroes are, they're not the xenophobes who act hard. We taught that dog to squat, how dare he do that shit in our own backyard? They happen to scar our financial state and char our landscape. Can you count how many times so far I ran back the same damn tape? While the cameraman creates news and shoves it down our throats on the West Bank with a 10-second clip put on constant loop to provoke US angst. So get your tanks and load your guns and hold your sons in a family huddle. Cause even if we win this tug of war and even the score, humanity struggles. There's a need of blood for what's been uncovered under the rubble. Some of them dug for answers in the mess, but the rest were looking for trouble. Makeshift patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself at half-mast. Makeshift patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself at half-mast. Makeshift patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself at half-mast. It's the makeshift, the patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself. Don't wave your rights with your flags.
Seriously, if I want to find out anything, I'm not going to read Time magazine. I'm not going to read Newsweek. I'm not going to read any of these magazines. I mean, because they just got too much to lose by printing the truth. You know that.
What kinds of truths are they using?
On anything, even on a worldwide basis. They just go off the stands in a day if they printed really the truth.
What is really the truth?
Really the truth is just a plain picture.
Hi, this is Darnell up in Prospect Heights, up in Pawtucket. Big shout out to Aaron, Scott, Craig, Kirk, and Frank, all up in Prospect Heights.
Hi, what's up? This is Sage. I want to give a shout out to Meg and the Truth School heads out there. Y'all should be ashamed.
So we're left with just one thing. The only thing I know that drives men to hurt, to want. This is about a girl, isn't it, guy?
Listen, baby, he can't fuck his way through the ranks nearly as well as you can. He's got to kick and fight and scratch his way there. He doesn't have a choice. You have nothing to contribute to this, so stay the fuck out.
When freedom rings, no one hangs. Vampires grow golden fangs. Campfires glow, showing strange animals of the night run free. Come and see a fruit of labor pilfered from the country. Conch hoggers start to spill their souls. When we bridge the gap, we pay opinion polls. Billions fold from the pressure of pear-shaped mother figures cutting you out of their pictures. What's your frame filled with? Come on, what's your frame filled with? Filler? If I was a killer, then I'd simply buy the Liberty Bell and I would sell the crack. I've been to hell and back, and now I don't make trips outside of the matrix. I'm back to basics, boom bat drums and bass licks. Predictable city life for bloods, hate crips. Ridiculous, silly strife, nothing makes sense. I shake sticks at little kids and call them invalids, and I warn them that I know where their sister lives. See, Sisyphus is incessantly stressing the senselessness in a 9 to 5. The question is this: am I alive? Barbed wire boundaries and electric fences. A highness surrounding me without exits or entrances. I'm the boy inside the bubble, try to enjoy this time of trouble. The human touch ain't doing much before I die. Let's cuddle. A spoon and such, get nude and fuck, become a full-time couple. Feud for months and ruin what's been lightening. I struggle, but nothing's more relieving than the release of a breathing burden. I'll wipe my hands clean of a needy person. I'll wipe my hands clean of a needy person. My feet are hurting. I'ma fly away to where the birds keep chirping like. Every day it's like. All I hear is. It's always like that.
Step on a brick, break your mama's back. When the wrong comes around, no more than when nothing's going on. Now whip it into shape, shape it up, get straight, go forward, move ahead, try to detect it. It's not too late to whip it.
Well, I made it to Iceland. Obviously, y'all have a false sense of airport security. I mean, y'all really need to be checking the souls of these Western medicine men adopting Eastern philosophy, selling you Zen in a bottle. They're carcinogen-enhanced canned cornballs. I'm not saying what they do to you once they have you. All I know is how they get you. These genetically enhanced, manipulated, fast food culture crooks.
Acknowledge game on this incoming lane. I've been well trained for bringing the pain, flaying them flames. I'm the cancer stick you're dancing with. I come with the answers quick, but answer this: how you gon' survive when Ann is this? The shots up in your veins, the rocks you wanna slang, the ox up in the bang, the cops who pop remain. There's no way you could avoid me. I've been put here to employ grief, destroy beef, so killers and murderers will enjoy me. F.r.a.n, hide and seek, go find savannas. Don't doubt me, my outreach breach Cuban Havanas. Worldwide, I catch you at your girl's crib and Earl's ride. So avalanche advancing partner, kiss the world by. My greatest achievement was having you all believing I never existed. I'm that clever and twisted. Now endeavor how wicked's my vaccination. I've captured nations through manipulation, so you know I have the patience. I'm everything that's wrong in your life. Strong gripe to bite the crack bite and longing for nights. Flows be like the soul of Denzel and falling upon touch, corrupting any mode I put my all in. Celebritized, I got media spreading my vibes. Every time presidents lie or a resident dies, I'm evident guy. Ever since Sly, I stone families for pleasure or pride. Made my home out in Amity. My definition's in your last breath of living. When you gasping and slipping into pastors and driven, I got you.
When you least expect it while you eat your breakfast, high fructose corn syrup as the main ingredient to beat you senseless. Your bleeding head splits, needlessly pulling teeth at the dentist. I get you, baby, people are feeble, weak and defenseless. In a rat trap making you think there's cheese at the exits, feeding the pretentious vegetarians sneaking meat in their lettuce. You've got it all upside down, hung by your feet with a necklace. Especially if it's made of hemp. I'ma get you raising the rent while lowering your paycheck. File for bankruptcy, but see y'all still manage to stay in debt. That's the American way of the world trade train wreck. I'ma get you, baby, with the reign of the technology to make you obsolete like cassettes in your tape deck. Television's used to water down your thoughts and leave your brains wet. Keep talking revolution, ain't shit changed yet. They're vague threats, no matter how bold the print. Now I'ma get you putting aluminum in your underarm deodorant. Fooled you into thinking breast cancer was better than body odor stink, but bad to the bone like the Coca-Cola you sip. I get you, baby, giving you only soda to drink, making you go to the shrink to control what you think. Deceptive teeth biting off the protective sheath over your dick. And even if you don't smoke, it a second hand to choke you with. I'm old and sick and too broken to fix. Holy shit, I'm gonna get you.
bad boy step in. We on some bad boy step in. Blue maximum, they on some bad boy step in. Do ya?
till the sea breeze rests. Suck wind if you wanna play a hate. Day to day I use my fear of falling asleep to stay awake. I appear psychic like, but I'm not a psychic. You're just predictable with no fight left to fight it. If you write it, they will come with a red pen and taser gun. Do something. I like for my shoes to look like they've been walked in, my house to look like it's been lived in, my car to look like a coffin that's been driven off a cliff. My career, I sift through the ashes in search of survivors, digging up the earth, filling urns with dirt for what it's worth. I'm richer than the cemetery soil. Use land drilling to get my midnight oil. I've been moonlighting as a daydreamer. I'm at the wheel of an eight-seater. Hey, Mr. Gatekeeper, call me Keymaster. No, homeowner. 1, 2, into the 3, into the foreclosure. They said the war was over, but we knew it wasn't. They wanted more soldiers, so we said sure, fuck it. Here's a fresh batch of people with setbacks and poor folk. The fact the road broke cause of your dead tracks. Picking the pockets of people who probably needed assistance most. Selling them lies, selling them out, sending them off to a distant coast. Selling them anything anyone left with impossible that is receptive to. Breaking a promise of negative worth like buddy there's nothing left for you. Get a bye to stay alive. They punish the payment delay, then they charge you for the low balance. Then they ask why didn't you say? Too long we took it on the chin, too long we took it to our grave. Now we take what we can get, fucking unlivable minimum wage. Do something. It might have been. It might have been. Of all the words of mice and men, the saddest star us there, and then I suck the bullet out, reload the weapon. Now that's conservation. Stay locked and loaded in a bad conversation. You're making blank statements like the surplus of your ammunition's finite. Visionary nothing, you're a man who lives with hindsight. Return to the hive mind, then call me back. I'm predicting early that you'll be the Monday morning quarterback. So cocksure in a culture that gangs up on bully types. Mob mentality, as if that isn't what a bully's like. Inspiration strikes like a union. I write these lines just to cross them. I'm concluding if my mama don't want her, she never has to work again. Don't ever ask me why I spread myself so thin. I'm finna flirt dirty with the pen and flick my tongue on his bottom. I promise writer's block ain't never been a problem. I probably make the columns wanna pop bottles of pain relief. Sometimes it's what you don't say that says the most, to say the least. Idle feet of the Devil's Fetish Club, a highly exclusive spot none of us are members of. Dante's a scrub. We kicked him out the van and steam